What's up, everybody? My name's Caleb, and welcome to a new mini-series that I'm going to be talking about where Warren Buffett talks about his 10 rules for investing. So episode 1, we're going to be talking about reinvesting in your profits. Now, this is something that really speaks volumes to me, and it's something that actually Warren Buffett learned early on. So back in 1946, Warren Buffett was just 17 years old. He was still in high school. And he and a friend actually had gone together and decided to invest in a $25 pinball machine. And they went to a local barber shop and convinced the barber owner to split the earnings with him if they were able to put their machine in his store. And in 1 week, they were able to make $25 profits from that. And that was obviously a huge success. Now, to us, that doesn't sound like a lot of money, $25. But back then, $25 was a lot of money, especially to a 17-year-old high school student. So you can imagine how tempting that is to take that $25 and just say, hey, I'm going to, spend this on whatever, movie tickets, taking girls out to the drive-in movies or whatever they did back in those days. But he decided not to. What they did was they took that $25 and invested in another pinball machine and put it somewhere else in the town. And then they kept doing that until a year later they had over $1,000 profit that they were able to sell that business to. I think they actually sold it to the pinball company they sold that business to. So that is actually something that I learned early on as well. Back whenever I was working, I first started working at Sonic, and I had first earned up to, I think I earned $1,500. And to me, that was a ton of money at the time. I was really tempted to take trips and go. My friends were going on trips to different places, and I was really tempted to spend that money. But what I did was I said, hey, you know what? I really want to buy a car. I don't want to get rides around anywhere. So I first invested in a Dodge Neon. But I didn't just buy the first car that I saw or a car that I wanted. I bought a car that I really had done my due diligence and research on to make sure that it was something that I could actually drive around for a couple years and sell for a couple years later. I made sure that whenever I bought it, I actually was looking at a 1996 Dodge Neon, but I made sure that I got it at the price that the 1994 Dodge Neons were going for, so that way I could drive it for 2 years and still be able to sell it for later. So like I said, that's something that's really hard to do in the beginning whenever you're first starting out. You want to take that money and spend it on stuff, especially if you're not used to having money. But it's definitely the biggest thing to get you to start going and start your process of financial freedom. In fact, if I didn't do that and actually continue to do that as I went on, after I bought that Neon, then I said, hey, this is something I could really do. Then that's how I started to get into the business of buying and reselling cars, and that's how we started the whole program of flipping wheels. But I wouldn't have the financial freedom and freedom of my time that I do today if I didn't follow this first rule of reinvesting in your profits. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I can't wait to do the rest of them. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.